It's not gonna let me post anything. All right. Anyway, we live. Grand evening. I'm reporting from my new channel, the Shitless Podcast, and I'm streaming to Facebook and Twitter. So I wanted to know, why are we voting? I had a bad argument with my mother a little while ago because I told her I'm not voting. It's pretty much a wrap because it's 8:45, so it's over. What's up, Z Banger? Thank you for tuning in. You know, I'm trying to get my watch hours up over here. While my channel is down, but it's all right. But yeah, I'm saying, what are we voting for? It seems like politics is a game for people with money. Okay, it's a game. You heard a lot of people say what though? Like, I'm arguing with my mother about me not voting, and it's like we can't even talk about politics at all. At all. At all. What I said was, the Supreme Court is so busy with this January 6th insurrection that other cases are being pushed to the back burner. Oh, she started going off about that. I'm like, do you know Nancy Pelosi? Do you know Nancy Pelosi? They not voting. First of all, I'm an independent. When I went to Texas, I removed my Democrat status and I became independent. That's for one. For two, I am technically still a Texas resident. Somebody was trying to call me just now. I am technically a Texas resident. I don't even have a New York license. So I don't even think I can even vote in New York. So it's not even possible. I'm in between two states. Right? Then I feel like, what is on the ballot that really makes sense for us? I've worked the polls, and although every year is something different, like they'll have some type of poll questions, it's never anything that makes sense. It's never stuff that actually makes sense. I wanted to get involved in politics at one time because there's things that I saw being at the bottom that I feel need to be fixed. Me and my mother just had the argument because she's like, oh, y'all blaming Biden for everything. You blaming Biden for everything, but it's other branches of government. It's other branches of the whole system. Like, you know, they have the judicial, executive branch, all that shit. So it's not just the president that makes decisions. True. But also, they made Democrats, black Democrats, feel like they have to have majority Democrat in the House. Well, let me ask y'all this. When Republicans had majority in the House, what was different? Because y'all saying, this for the black Democrats, they say Republicans are the devil. They don't want any social services. Okay. And then we're going to have to figure out a different way. That might be what we need to separate. But again, it's all the same shit. The same shit is going to happen whether Republicans got the majority or not. So it's sick that black people that are Democrats have been indoctrinated that Republicans are evil and they're gonna mess up everything. They're gonna take all these services. Do y'all hear yourself? The services that's in place ain't shit. The services that's in place ain't shit. But when you at the top, you don't know what's going on at the bottom because you're not at the bottom. You don't know what someone who gets evicted and becomes homeless has to do, right? Because you're not in that situation. You're just thinking a shelter, they're going to accept you. No, that's not how it works. You have to have your paperwork. You have to have documentation as to why you're homeless. You have to have an ID. So it's not as easy as y'all think. Oh, they got social services in place. You have to have your ducks in a row. WIC, EBT, any of that. Okay? If they do away with it, they do away with it. Yes, I have utilized it at times in my life, but it doesn't mean that it was really helping me to live a complete life. No, I still had to get it out the mud and do what I had to do. It's a stepping stone, but the process of you even getting that stepping stone is not always cracked up to be. And who's watching these motherfuckers? Who's watching them? What's going on, December White? Thank you for tuning in. I don't know why I can't drop the invite link. This is weird. It keeps going. I don't know what's happening. What's up, Danny Smith? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. It's not letting me drop the invite link because I'm multi-streaming and it's saying it's not going to get to the other destination. And I don't understand. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, every time okay. Sorry, it's not a click the link type of night. It's not working. But anyway, what are y'all voting for? Because shit is still fucked up. Inflation, the price of living is so high. The affordable housing that's available is either going to the workers, close friends and relatives, or immigrants that just came here like yesterday. They don't really have services anymore for people that's from here. Again, back in the day, a lot of our elders they had their time, they had their run. These days, it's not like that. So I don't care about social services because at the end of the day, if they're not creating opportunities for people, it's gonna be a revolt, and that's just what it is. I'm gonna say this again: if they're not creating opportunities for people, it's gonna be a revolt. That's just what it is. Just like The Walking Dead. During the crisis of the past 2 years, because I can't even say the words anymore because they want to keep messing with my channels and shit. But during the little whatever we went through for the past 2 years, they were saying we need to pay attention to The Walking Dead. For people that watch The Walking Dead series, like, that's kind of scary for the government or the media, mainstream media, to say that, because they literally was fighting for their life, trying to get away from these walkers and scrounging to survive, having to break into places and go to other towns and run down on them and steal their resources and all type of stuff. So if that's what they want, then that's what they gonna get. But see, you think this is how they think. They gonna be tucked away safe somewhere and we gonna be out here struggling. No. Because this time is gonna be a spiritual fight. This time we need to band spiritually, and that's the part that we're missing. You see what's happening with Kyrie. You see what happened to Kanye. Y'all see it. What are y'all voting for? I'm not saying to vote is wrong and you shouldn't have voted. I'm just simply asking the question, what are y'all voting for specifically? Don't tell me I'm voting for this person, but then that person get into office every time y'all vote somebody in office, they don't do shit. So what are y'all voting for exactly? And that's the premise. We got to understand what we're voting for. Things that actually make sense, not nonsense. Because at this point, politics just seems like a game. Entertainment for people with money. Entertainment for people's lives. While the working class people's taking it seriously, the people that's the 1% and all of that, this is their game because it affects them. tax breaks, all those type of things. It's affecting them. It's not affecting us. What's affecting us is the inflation, the fact that there's a lack of jobs. Y'all took away a lot of jobs with automation. Price of food went up. It's a lot of different things. Rent, mortgage, all those things. Those are the issues that I want to vote for. I don't want to vote for no bullshit. The last time I worked the polls, one of the poll questions was about the police department having an outside agency to check their work or to double check that they're doing things with integrity, in so many words, because they have an agency that works with them already, but they're saying should they have an outside agency? I'm like, hell yeah, they need an outside agency. An agency that has no affiliation with the police department. Now, it was cops coming in to vote, and they was like, oh, we're taking this very seriously because it doesn't make sense. Why would an outside agency want to come and reprimand us when they don't do the day-to-day work that we do? So how would they know what it feels like to be a police officer? Well, funny you said that. Fast forward, because me dealing with ACS, why are they hiring non-mothers as social workers? Same shit. Why are you gonna do a job for something that you never experienced? Oh, but they didn't want to have that conversation. Okay. So what I would want to vote for is the agencies and the people in positions need checks and balances. Even the judges. A judge gets a position to rule over people's lives. They may be emotionally unstable themselves, but they can rule over people's freedom and lives. Now let's look at a couple of professionals that had situations. Nurses that crashed their vehicle into 6 people and killed them. How many judges got disbarred from their position? But there's no checks and balances. There's no reparations for people that went to prison, went to jail under the ruling of a mentally insane judge. No, there's no reparations for that. So the fight for reparations, trust me, I get it. We need reparations for a lot of shit. Reparations for police brutality, reparations for slavery, reparations for how we've been kept out of so many things. It's so many things that we need reparations for. Excuse my head because I'm still working on it. It's so many things we need reparations for. Period. So I get it. I just didn't necessarily feel like that rally for reparations was hitting the way it was supposed to hit with the speakers. Now the turnout was amazing. The weather was amazing. But the speakers, eh. It wasn't nobody that was like heavily invested in reparations that spoke on that stage. It was just a bunch of, like somebody said, it was a Twitter space come to life. But you said we need to band together to fight the common enemies and problems like the Haitians did. Thank you. That's what I be getting at. It's a spiritual war. Because you can't lay hands on some of these people because we don't know how to find them. But since we don't know how to find you, let God deal with you. Because God is what? The ultimate judge. But anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to go now. I just wanted to say, what are y'all voting for? I thought I could drop the invite link, but it's not working. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I love y'all. I'll be back. Ashe.